Hello everyone, welcome to Geeks for Geeks. I am Chaitanya Munje. In this video, we will be building a simple quiz application for Android using Android Studio. So I have already created a new Android Studio project. You can check out Geeks for Geeks articles for creating a new project in Android Studio. So after creating a new project, we will get to see two files as activity underscore main.xml and main activity.java file. Now inside these files, first of all, we will create our UI for our application. For that, we have to work in the activity underscore main.xml. Now here we will change the constraint layout to the relative layout. Inside this, we will create our two text view. The first text view will display the number of questions which user has attempted. We will specify width as match parent, height as wrap content. Text as number of question, text all caps as false. After that, we will align our text view to center. Then we will specify the gravity to our text view as center. After that, we will specify the margin top as 50 dp. Then we will specify text size as 20 sp. We will specify text color as black. After that, we will specify ID. Now we will create another text view. So this text view will be used to display the question. We will specify height as wrap content. We will align to the below of our question attempted. After that, we will specify margin top as 30 dp, text as question. Inside this, we will be displaying our question. Text alignment as center, gravity also as center, text size as 25 sp, text color as black. Now we have created two text views. After that, we will be creating 4 buttons for our options to answering the question. So for that, we will be creating a linear layout. Inside linear layout, we will be aligning our 4 buttons in a vertical manner. So we will be creating a vertical linear layout. For that, we have created a linear layout. Inside that, we will specify width as a match parent, height as wrap content. Align this linear layout to below of our question. Now we'll specify orientation as vertical. Now inside this, we will be creating 4 buttons. Specify width as match parent, height wrap content. We will specify margin. So this will specify margin from all sides. Padding is used to specify margin from inner edge. We will specify text as option 1. We will specify text all caps as false. Specify ID as specify background color for our button as. After that, we have to create a similar another 3 buttons. So we will simply copy this button and create another 3 buttons for other 3 options. So we have created our 4 buttons. Now we simply have to change the text along with its ID. ID is a unique identification of any specific view. So we have to give unique ID to each of our views. Otherwise it will display error. Now we will specify margin from top to our linear layout as 50 dp. Now our button for our options has been created. Now for displaying this data, we have to create a model class. Inside model class, we will specify our variables such as the question name, our 4 options along with its answer. So we will pass the data to that model class through array list, and then we'll access the data inside our main activity.java and set that data inside each of our view. So for that, we have to right click on our package name, then click on new and then Java class. After that, we will have to name our Java class as a quiz model. Inside this class, we have to create a 4 string variables. The first one is for our question. And then after, we have to create a 4 different string variables for our option, that is option 1, option 2, option 3, and the last string variable is for our answer. After that, we have to create a constructor. So for creating a constructor, we simply have to right click, then click on generate option, then constructor option. We have to select all our variables, then click on OK. Our constructor has been created. Now for accessing this variable, we have to create a getter and setter methods. So for this, again we have to right click, then click on generate. After that, we have to click on getter and setter, select all the variables and click on OK. This will create all getter and setter methods along with the constructor. So now we have created a constructor along with the getter and setter methods. Now we will move towards the main activity.java file. So inside this, we will initialize all our views, that is text view button, which we have created inside our main activity underscore main.xaml. So for creating variables, we will create variables for our text view. There are two text view, that is question TV and question number TV. So these are two different text views and two variables for two text view. Now we will create 4 variables for our 4 buttons. Option 1 button, these are the 4 different variables for our buttons. Now for storing our quiz questions and its answer, we have to create array list. So for this, we will create a variable for array list as well. We will specify quiz model as a data type, and inside after that we will create a variable for our quiz model array list. Now for accessing the data from our array list, we have to specify a variable through which we can access the data inside our array list. So for that, we will create a random variable. Random is a class in the Java which helps to access the data from array list. So it simply creates a integer with a maximum limit, and with that we can access the data from our array list. So we will create another integer, that is current score. This is used to store the score of a user, which is initially as 0. After that, we will have to create another variable as a questions attempted. We will specify its value as 1. This variable will be used to check how many questions has been attempted by the users. After that, we will create another variable as current pose. This variable will be used to store the random. That means inside this variable, we will get the random position, and with this, we can access the data from our array list. Now we have created variables for our views. Now we have to initialize all the variables. So for initializing, we simply have to specify the variable name, then find view by ID and specify its ID. Similarly, we have to initialize all of other text views and buttons. Now we have initialized our buttons along with our text view. Now we will also initialize our array list. We will create a new array list. Along with that, we will initialize our random variable. Now for adding our data to our array list, we will be creating a new method. So we will be creating a new method as get quiz questions. So it will display error. So for that, we will create a method in below. Also, we can simply press on Alt Enter and then click on first option, that is create get quiz question in main activity. Now our method has been created. Inside this method, we will pass our quiz model array list. Here also we will create our array list, quiz model and quiz model array list. After that, we will be adding data to our array list. So for adding, we will simply have to quiz model array list dot add, then new quiz model, and inside this we have to add our question. So first question we will be adding is as how GFG is used. We will specify option 1 as and we will specify the last option. We will specify last option as all of the above. After that, we have to specify the correct answer. So our correct answer is all of the above. So we'll specify it as all of the above. Now, along with similarly, we will add another questions to our array list. In the same way, we have to add. Here I have added the 4 different questions along with its answers and its options. You can add more questions according to the requirement. Now we will create another new method which will be used to set data to our views, that is our text view and buttons. So for that we will create a new method as set data to views. And we will be calling this method here. So before calling this method, we will be initializing our current position variable, and we will be getting the random using our random and dot next int. Inside this we will specify our size of our array list. So with inside the current position we will get a integer value. So this integer value will be used to access the data from our array list. Now we will be setting data to our text view and button inside this method. So first of all we will set the data to our question number text view. Question number text view dot set text questions. We will setting the number of questions here as questions attempted. This variable we have already created. We will specify it as a out of 10. Now after that we will be specifying the data to all our text views and options button. So for that we will specifying the question TV dot set text our quiz model array list. From that we will get the item from our array list and then getting the string from it. So for question we will be getting as this question. Now for button option 1 button dot set text quiz model array list dot get our current position option 1. Similarly for our option 2 and option 3. Now we have set the data. After that We have called this method here. Now we will be setting the on click listener for all our options. So for option 1 button, that is dot set on click listener, new view dot set on click listener. So inside this method we will check whether the option 1 is correct or not. So for that we will create a if, and inside this current position dot get answer dot trim. So here trim is used to remove the spaces between the options. That is, if the option is having the spaces present in it, so trim will remove the spaces. Then we will convert it to lowercase and will compare with dot equals. So for comparing, we will getting the text from our button, that is option 1 dot get text dot to string. This one also we will be using the trim and dot to lowercase. So this is used because when the options are not correctly entered, that is, if in the sense the option and the correct option is having some space issue. So to avoid this issue, we will add the dot trim and dot to lowercase. So when the option 1 is a correct answer, then we have to increment our score. So we will increment our score, and after that we will also increment the questions attempted. After that we will change our current position to random dot next int, and we will specify our quiz model array list size. Now we will again call the method with current position. Now after clicking the button, first of all we will check whether the option is correct or not. If option is correct, then we will increment the score, and after incrementing the score we will increment the questions attempted, and then we will change the position, and again calling the set data to views method to change the question. Now we have to add on click listener for our option button 2. All the code inside the option button 1 will be similar, only the change will be that inside this we will only change the equal to parameter, that is option 2 button. The remaining part will be the same, because here we will getting the data from the option 2 button and comparing it with our current answer. Now simply for our option 3 button, here also we will change as the option 3. Now for option 4 we will adding on click listener, and here we will change as a option 4 button. Now we have completed the coding part. Now we will run the app and we will test our app. After that we will be adding another bottom sheet part for checking the score for the user. We will be setting it for the 10 questions. So first of all we will run. Now our app has been installed. Here we can get to see that the question attempted along with its question and our options. So after clicking on any of the option, our question attempted will be changed along with our question and others. Now we will be displaying a bottom sheet when the user has attempted the 10 questions. Now we can get to see when user has completed attempting 10 questions, it is also increasing the count. So to check whether the question attempted are 12, we will be creating a bottom sheet and displaying it along with the score. So for that, we will be creating a new layout file. Inside this, we have to go to the layout folder, right click on it, click on new, and then click on layout resource file. Inside this, we have to specify the file name as score bottom sheet. We have to specify the root layout as linear layout. Now our XML file has been created. Inside this XML file, we have to first of all change the height as a wrap content, as this will be the bottom sheet which is shown on the bottom of the screen. After that, we have to create a text view, specify width as match parent, height wrap content, text color as purple, text style as bold, text size as 20 sp, text alignment all caps as fall, text alignment as center, specify gravity as center. Then we will specify as your score is, we will specify margin as 10 dp and padding as 3 dp. We have to specify id to this text view as idtv score. After that, we will create a button. This button will be used to restart our quiz. Specify width as match parent, height wrap content, margin as 20 dp. Specify text inside the button as restart quiz. Specify all caps as false, id to the button. Now the UI for our bottom sheet has been created. Now we will be using this layout file for our bottom sheet inside our main activity.java file. Now here we will be creating again another method for our bottom sheet. For creating a new method, we have to simply create a private void show bottom sheet. Inside this, we have to create a bottom sheet dialog. Bottom sheet dialog equal to new bottom sheet dialog. Inside this, specify as a context as the main activity.this. After that, we have to inflate our layout. Layout inflator dot from. Inside it, we'll specify our context as get application context. We will inflate the layout which we recently created. The name for our layout is core bottom sheet, and we will specify our root layout as linear layout. We also have to specify id for our linear layout here as idll score. Here we have to find that view at as idll score. Now we have inflated that layout. Now we have to create the variables for our text view and button. So for creating text view, score tv, bottom sheet view, dot find view by id, idtv score, and we will create a variable for our button. Now we have to set our score tv as dot set text. Your score is /n is for the new spacing. We will pass here variable as a current score and out of 10. After that, we will adding the on-click listener for our restart quiz button. Inside this, we will be changing our current position as random dot next int. After that, we will be again calling a set data to use method. We will be passing current position. After that, we will be setting question attempted variable again as 1. Because we have restarted our quiz, so we have to change the question attempted at 1. Along with that, we have to specify current score as 0. Also, we have to dismiss our bottom sheet dialog. Now after out of the on-click listener method, we have to display our bottom sheet dialog. So for that, we have to specify cancelable. This method will be used to avoid the cancellation of a dialog when user clicks on the other part of the screen. After that, we have to set bottom sheet dialog dot set content view, our layout file which we have to display inside our bottom sheet dialog. After that, we have to simply call a method as dot show to show our bottom sheet dialog. Now we have created this method, but we have not called yet this method. So for calling this method, we have to check whether the user has attempted the 10 questions or not. So for that, inside our set data to views method, inside this method, we will check if questions attempted is equal to 10. If the questions attempted by users is 10, then we will simply call this method show bottom sheet. Else, we will change the text view. That is, we will put this code inside the else block. Now our bottom sheet will be displayed as soon as the user has attempted the 10 questions. Now we have to run the app again and check for the output. Now our app has been installed. Now we have to open our emulator. Here we can get to see our different questions along with its options. So we will simply play the quiz again. Now here is our score, that is 4 out of 10. Then when I click on the restart quiz, then our quiz has been restarted again. So now here we can get to see as a question attempted as 1 out of 10. Here is our question along with its option. We can play the quiz again. So I hope you get to know what we have built in this video. If you have any doubts or suggestions, you can comment down below. Thanks for watching.